Oh wait, computer stop music. Okay, I just got home. I have not even looked at anything in the market. I did read Adam Mancini's newsletter yesterday. From what I recall, 3975 is a key important level. I'm not sure what, oh wait, I do know. Jerome Powell is supposed to speak again today at 10, or was it tomorrow? No, it's today. And that might be the spike that came down here. In fact, I realized if I was home but I wasn't, putting a buy-in down here would be risky, but it would be good. So far, we have two clean 15-minute demand zones. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one since it's the latest one. But we also have a supply that just formed here that looks like it's rejected. So we have a chop between 3980 and 39, or actually 4000. So a 20-point chop. But really that was only the long wicks. It's really been about 3985 and 3995, which is pretty tight. Looking on SPY, we're still above the bottom of the bull channel and above a daily support. There goes Matt from Trade Brigade with his internals, which sometimes are very helpful. The damage was done yesterday, sellers not stepping on the gas unless J. Powell brings the heat and references a 75 basis point hike. Breaths are all fairly neutral, not harsh reads. Ads are climbing higher, ticks are struggling, and the cumulative is about as bad as it was yesterday at 10:45. ES digestion of the move, bear consolidation so far. Remember 4020 area for better long thesis. Yeah, Adam Mancini agrees. If bulls are going to rally, they have to reclaim 4020. Sellers couldn't make it happen under the low. Once again, it's not bullish, but the bears are taking a break, it seems. Well, if they were going to drop it, today was the catalyst. Let me also read Adam Mancini's latest tweet. But this was about an hour ago. Markets ES glued to today's 3990 support as ES waits on another round of catalyst at 10 a.m. Jobs opening and Powell. Same drill, 3990, 3975 must hold to keep the run to 4005, which it looks like we did hit. Just almost, no. Yeah, almost to the dollar. $2 off, 4003. Anyways, 3990, 3975, 80 must hold to keep the run to 4005. 410, 4010, 4038 in play. Fail of 3975 starts another leg back to that 3945 level from last week. All right. So unfortunately, we've had, let me back this up. We've had a massive rally, head and shoulders formed. I mean, again, looking at this from the left side of the screen, it looks like all of this should have been obvious, but unfortunately, I didn't make any money here. After the head and shoulders, we dropped. We didn't even bounce at this trend line. Just a complete drop. We had a slight bounce here at 4,000, and then we're still stuck at 3990, just chopping around. And this is a must-hold area. So this is a pretty tight chop. It could be a bear flag, and then we can drop further. So I don't know. It's risky. But then again, every time I say it's risky and I don't trade, then it does a big move and I end up missing out. So I have to pay attention and see. Oh wait, before I end the video, let's talk about the VIX. So yeah, this is looking, my levels are still holding. I'm not sure about this one though. I may have to move this. I may have to adjust this. This is, again, I didn't even mark what this was. Let's back up a bit. Let's go to daily. That's this. I see nothing here. Well, maybe here and here for daily. Let's go to a 4. No, I don't. No, I do see it on the 4. Barely. I may have to adjust it down to here for it to make more sense. And let's label this because I need to stop not labeling it. But then again, for all I know, this was actually a daily. 1 hour. Well, now it's a 4-hour forming here. Let's go to a 10:30. No, an hour. Okay, I have a latest well, it's forming an hour here and it rejected there. And this 4 hour seems to be a support. So for it to rally, we got to break below this 4 hour. And it looks like I have an hour forming here, but I'm not going to mark that one. I'll leave this one. 10:30. Nothing. 15:15. This. But this was overnight, so I don't know how much this is going to count. But actually, no, it does count because it seems to be the rejection from the Powell speech. Okay, that's fixed. Alright, so I came up with a new addition to the morning trading plan. I'm glad I wrote it down because I forgot it already. So yesterday I was in profits by a measly 10, and what I should do now is if ever I'm in profits by anything over 5, I should move my stop loss to break even. And if it's over 10, I should move the stop loss to at least over 5. That just makes common sense instead of taking the big hit that happened yesterday. I'm not sure how much this is going to help. The problem with this, though, is that if I take away the breathing room for the trade to work, it may come back down. I may end up taking a micro profit, but then it might move in my direction. But I'd rather a micro profit than a big loss. So that makes sense to me. No. Why would you save it there? Have I mentioned before how I don't like computers? I really should. Wow. Okay. File. Save as. Great. Now I might have accidentally saved it in the work folder. Even though I saved all of my notes in a specific folder, why I would choose a different folder, I don't know. Windows is so frustrating. Okay. Now I have to make sure. Anyways, I'll figure this out later. Let me stop the video. Okay, I know I'm back. I just finished the video, but I think I see a megaphone forming. Maybe it'll look cleaner on ES. Maybe not. I'll have to break through this one. Yeah, I think that's a clean megaphone. So if I remember from the megaphone pattern, the third attempt of a breakout, I don't know if this is technically the first, this is the beginning of it. So this is one, two, we have a third attempt. If that's not successful, then it's going to be bearish like it happened 2 weeks ago. But let's see if we can find it in SPY. What did I start in? Yes. 2:30 on the 8th. 2:30 in the morning. So here. Let's start here. It doesn't look good it doesn't look as clean on SPY. I bet this Adam Mancini. Yep. Adam Mancini tweets, good level to level move to start in ES. 3975 was support. We sold 3974.25 and rallied to 4005. Of course, I wasn't here for that. But this would be a good rally. If you went by Adam Mancini's levels only and didn't do the MK strategy, and you put your buy in here, hoping that the Powell speech might pick you up, you'll get picked up here at 396, and you would have rallied to 399, which is a good 3-point run. Let's see what that would have looked like on the option. Let's try the 399 strike. Yeah, wow, look at that. At 10 o'clock, this dipped to as low as 50. Of course, the trick is figuring out where you would put your buy-in, just above or just below or right around daily. And you could probably get in potentially at 80 or 90 and still end up running down. But yeah, this hit the 50 and went all the way up to 122, right to 40, almost to 4005. So yeah, that would have been a good play. And after my hit yesterday, I couldn't do it if I wanted to. Although, you know what? I probably should go ahead and transfer the funds now that I have it into the trading account. But I'm going to wait until next week. It's always when I'm in the kitchen away from the computer. I noticed that we were dipping here. We were falling pretty hard. And I assumed that we were falling as a result of, this looks like to me, a 30-minute demand forming. I mean supply. But it's not. I thought it would be clean, but it's not. And even on the hour, it doesn't look that great. But what happened was we dipped down, tested this demand that formed this morning, and you know what? I gotta move this because this was closing print from a couple days ago. We rallied right back up, and look where we rejected, right at the top of the megaphone. So here's a risky play. I'm not gonna do it though, but it's a possibility. If this forms into a new supply and gets retested, I can take this short, and we'll target 397 for the put. It's risky because basically we're doing what Adam Mancini said we'll do. As long as we stay above 3990, we should be seeing 4010 soon. However, this should be the third attempt of breaking through the megaphone pattern, and a failure on that third attempt, as we saw 2 weeks ago, should be bearish. So I don't know. Should I take it short right here, or should I wait for a retest? And if we do a retest, it should get around, say, maybe 2021. And this 50-minute candle formed just a few minutes ago, started forming, so we'll have to wait and see. It looks like I was somewhat right about this. We had our rejection here, right at the megaphone. We formed a new 50-minute candle, and I forget how much it was when I was talking about going in, but I'm pretty sure it was around $25. We're now at $35. So think of it this way. If I had chosen to go short and went with 10 options at 250, I would have already made $100 right now. And if this goes down, this I would probably target here 397.9. Okay, so it looks like I was right. We had our third attempt to break through the megaphone, which failed. This would have been a beautiful short, especially if I had gotten in here, but this would be risky. Safer bet would be the beginning of this candle, which started at, what was this? What is this? 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock is here. Look at that. Like I said, could have gotten at 24.25 and targeting the demand zone that formed here at 45. That's $20 or $200 right there. It's hindsight. And look, it lines up perfectly here. I'm gonna move this here. Now what the bulls want is for this to form a clean demand right here. And that would be right about 3990, which is the support zone. So let's see what happens here. Okay, jumped in the shower. Computer, stop music. Jumped in the shower briefly. I was gonna take this long, but I wanted to wait for the candle to complete forming, and it fell. While I was in the shower, I received the alert for the drop below 3980, and we got our bounce at 3975. It reached as low as $14. So this might be the bounce where the bulls are going to push this back up. So this would have been a good time to get in. I could still get in now, but I'm hesitant. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it pulls back. It probably won't. Okay. Now it's probably going to drop now that I'm in the call. Oof. This has got to really rise to make any decent money. It looks like we're stalling here. Well, we are rejecting from the 4-hour on VIX. Not that it makes a huge difference. What I need is for this to drop down here. This also would make, I think, the third test of 3975 since yesterday. I think because we're in lunch hour, the volume is pretty low. We're not getting much follow through. Still, this wick clearly shows there's buying pressure. Maybe I shouldn't be greedy and just go ahead and sell at just below VWAP. I'm not seeing much of a push though. This candle will close in 2 minutes. I'm hoping the next candle will form above the demand zone from earlier. Okay, while I was on that call, I was able to adjust my stop loss just slightly above the demand zone that formed. Unfortunately, price never went higher than $26, so this ended up being another loss for the day. So unfortunate. What are you gonna do? Um, this would have been the proper play. This would have been a good play here, but normally I like to see a confirmation. There's no confirmation here. This looked like it was going to be a retest of the support and then subsequent rally, but that's not what happened. It's dragging along. It is possible we may come back down and retest the support one more time, but that would be 4 tests just this morning alone. So it's possible we may be forming a bear flag. Well, no, we've already formed the megaphone, but it's possible we're just going to drop below the megaphone. Um, so yeah. The best plays of the day was at 10 o'clock when Jerome Powell spoke. From that bounce here, this would have been a really good play. The next one would be here when we went from 25 to 80. And the last one would be here when we rejected from the top of the megaphone. So this was a risky play, but this strong wick was the reason why I got in. But it didn't quite play out, so a small loss for the day. So of course, it is now bouncing now right at the trend. So this is the thing, you know, when do you get in? Do you wait for a pullback? How much of a pullback? If you put a stop loss, how far down should your stop loss be? So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we go ahead and push further up now, either at or above the VWAP. So yeah. Actually, I take that back. We pushed up right to this SMA, and then boom, rejected. Interestingly, okay, this is a typical thinkorswim. On this time, let me see. I have log scale here and log scale here. So I have 50-minute. Let me see what happens if I put the 30. Okay, you see, look at this. On the 30-minute, we are below the bull flag, and we're rejecting from the bull flag. That's what I have. Another on my other chart here is a 30-minute. But if I put 50-minute, we're bouncing, or we were bouncing at the bull flag. And let's say I take log scale off. Let's see if that changes. So 50-minute bouncing at the bull flag, 30-minute rejecting from the bull flag. And to me, this is a big deal because I want to know what the big time traders are using. I want to know what they're looking at. But this is just frustrating. Now, if I go to trading view, it doesn't matter what time frame I put it. 30-minute, 1 hour. The trend line stays where it should be. Look at that. Daily. Trend line stays where it should be. 5-minute. Pretty much where it should be. There's no variation. You know what? Let me go ahead and change the DMA here while I'm here. 250. Let's go to the daily. Where's my 200? Is this it? Oh, great. I can't see the line. I have no idea where it is. There it is. Okay, so it really hasn't changed much. And the 50, where's the 50? There. Okay, that's changed. So we're kind of hovering around the 50 DMA. Anyways. Okay, this is probably gonna be my last update. Not much going on. I think, as I mentioned in my last video, I took this long, got up to here, rejected, and I sold here for a $5 loss, $6 if you count the commission, and this just fell. And I interestingly look, it bounced right at the megaphone. I was way too busy to even bother trading, but I don't have enough money to take advantage of a small move like this from 396 or 397, and now we're rejecting here. But if I pull up VIX, look what happened. Look where we're rejecting. Right? I found this 15-minute supply here. So we're rejecting from this. No, sorry. If this is rejecting, then that means this is bouncing. We bounced here at this 15-minute demand right here. So this is our rejection and a bounce. So this is a terrible day to trade. But I could have made money on this drop or this money here. So all right, 50 minutes till market close. We had our initial rise from the bottom of the megaphone pattern. I showed the rejection that we had on, let me just show it right now on VIX. We had this rejection here on this 15-minute that formed and tested here before, but right here, rejection, but it turned around and it just dropped, and now we're at a daily. I'm curious if it's going to go beyond this point, but this would have been a nice little trade here if I could have caught this, but I wasn't at the computer. This went from 10 and we're about to hit 30 any moment. Yep, yeah. Oh well. I think I'm gonna make this the last video for the day.